You ever take a turn and you just see a cyclist and you're like, here we go. You know what I mean?
All the time.
I wish that sometimes there was purge rules and I got to just like, maybe not tap the brake and maybe just kind of hammer the accelerator down a bit and just see what happens. It's purge day.
Basically calling for murder. You basically purge rule. You want to get rid of some cyclists? Are you insane? See, the problem is dumb people need dumb content to watch online. This is dumb content.
There's one thing I actually hate in this world is cyclists. I'm sorry if that pertains to one of you, but actually I'm not sorry. Get a new hobby. For as long as anyone can remember, there has been an endless beef regarding which side causes the most trouble on the road. Is it drunk drivers or is it cyclists swerving in between lanes?
Oh, shut up. You can't possibly compare cyclists to drunk drivers. Like, how many people get murdered or killed by cyclists? No, I don't think anybody, hardly anybody. I don't know I don't know what the numbers are, but drunk drivers kill people, pedestrians, other drivers, cyclists, anybody. So you're putting cyclists at the same level as drunk drivers? You're crazy.
Here we go. You know what I mean?
All the time.
I wish that sometimes there was purge rules and I got to just like, maybe not tap the brake and maybe just kind of hammer the accelerator down a bit and just see what happens. It's purge day.
Basically calling for murder. You basically purge rule. You want to get rid of some cyclists? Are you insane? See, the problem is dumb people need dumb content to watch online. This is dumb content. Dumb people will do dumb things because they've watched dumb content like this. So they'll hit somebody because they're like, oh, this guy said online I should just purge some people. And then he's going to jail. His life is ruined. Somebody else might be really injured. This is dumb content for dumb people. And apparently, at 1 million views posted a month ago, that's where we're going. We need more dumb content. This is horseshit. Also, how did I get to this video? I just Googled, or I basically put in cycling in YouTube. And this is what I got delivered. I got delivered, cyclists ruin everything. So the algorithm is obviously loving this controversy and this headbutting. So not a big fan of this. Not a big fan of this guy. Not a big fan of what he does. But I'm more worried about the people that absorbing this content and actually thinking like, oh yeah, this is a good idea. Maybe I should start hitting some cyclists.
You can't afford a car. Just say that. Can you say that? You're probably just like,
there it is. It's always about
license.
you're too broke to have a car. That's why you ride a bike. That's horseshit.
And alien helmets for wind resistance. You know what I mean? They would argue that the lack of cycling education leads to a lack of arm signaling. Obeying traffic lights, taking up multiple lanes, and blocking cars. Here's a solution. Run them over. Put the crutch to the video. It's done. Kill every cyclist. That's my deal. If you ride a bicycle, you deserve to die.
Great,
that's the
great
video.
Because this guy's not going to come out and bail you out. He's not going to give a shit that you're going to go to jail or you're going to go to court because you hurt someone or you hit somebody who's riding a bike. Take your time. It's not worth it. So don't listen to this clown.
But how can you not want to pick on people like this? People say, oh, you're talking, but you look like that. Oh, really? Well, do I look like this? Yeah, I don't, all right? I'm not a big advocate for judging people with how they look, but if you're a cyclist and you wear those goofy-ass outfits, I think it's free.
Okay. Looks, huh? That's where you went with? You're also comparing right now, like what you just showed is a Tour de France. Basically, these guys are getting paid lots of money to be the fastest in the world, meaning, of course, they want to wear the most aerodynamic clothes that there is. I think making fun of somebody wearing a time trial helmet and a skin suit riding up and down the road, fair game. I don't do that. That seems silly. Cycling gear has its purpose. There's ways of wearing stuff that so you don't shave or rub, or like it's better movement, it's better to ride in cycling gear. There's a reason why we're wearing it. But you're picking something like the elite level of it and making fun of it is saying that the bobsled team should just wear flannel shirts and jeans. It's the same thing. They're wearing tights outfits bobsledding because they want to win the gold medal. You're getting it wrong.
But what exactly is critical mass? Critical mass became a long-standing monthly cycling event where hundreds of cyclists would gather and flood the streets. It was essentially a party that traveled in a group across the city. Are you on my side yet? A petty group of 100 cyclists, 100 baristas getting together and being like, we're gonna go throughout the whole street. All of them. I don't care. During rush hour. People will just work 9 hours. I don't care. Gotta get my cardio in. And they have to suffer.
Yeah, alright. I totally agree that this critical mass thing wasn't a great invention and it kind of sucked. And actually, I never participated in one because I always thought it was kind of stupid. Because, like, how are you going to convince people to, like, be more bike friendly by annoying them while riding a bike? You're just going to make, you know, people are going to hate you even more. So I never really liked it that much. I know people were into it. I wasn't. So I kind of happy that's faded a bit. There's better ways of getting us to get more bicycle infrastructure and be more accepted and have a space in the city or in towns, you know, without getting basically run over.
God, there's gonna be freaks roaming the streets on 2 wheels, riding around. Everyone else in the world is in cars. Anything for bikes? That person was probably stoned to death. Anybody back in the day was like, what about bikes? What about bicycles?
Okay, first of all, there were bicycles way before there were cars. So streets were actually made, well, first of all, horse and buggy. Those were the first wheeled wagons, whatever. Then bicycles, the bicycle where you just walk and pedal. I mean, that's like super old. That's way before cars. So if you're thinking that everything was always built just because, oh, there's going to be a car one day. No, they didn't know there were going to be cars when they were thinking of roads. It was horse and buggy, and then bicycle, and then motorized bicycle, and then actually a car. So you just got to get the order right. You can't just totally erase history and just start like car. This has always been car. No.
At each other. Hundreds of cyclists were being arrested, some in brutal fashion. Love that. Love this. Man, I wish we had some B-roll. I wish we had from this event just a guy with a billy club just being like, stop it! Dragging a guy off his like mongoose bike. Just hitting his shins real hard. Is that wrong? Is that too much? No. While it was incredibly dangerous and chaotic, it actually pushed the city.
I've posted enough cycling content in my life to know that once you get to, you know, past like, you know, 15, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 views on any video, you're going to get basically car people. They're going to infiltrate your comment sections. And what they say is blatantly calling out for murder, trying to get you to get off the road. You don't belong there. We're going to hit you. We're going to purge you, whatever. Kill bicyclists. It's something that's, I don't understand how this is something that is popular and it's funny. I don't know.
Busy intersection, a male driver cut off Yonan as he was cycling beside him. Enraged, he caught up to the car and began a verbal confrontation. When both of them stopped to argue, Yonan suddenly pulled out a screwdriver and began to stab the man in the neck and face through the window.
This is just stupid. It's just two people not fucking getting along. It has nothing to do with bikes. It's just an asshole in the car, an asshole on the bike, and they meet. That's all that is. It's not really worthy.
And Kringle admits to flipping off the man as he flew by, and the driver reacted by parking his car to prepare for an altercation. If you ever feel wronged in your life, it's okay. You don't need to flip anybody off, especially if you're, not to be sexist, or if you're a woman and you like flip off a crazy guy, you have no idea.
I actually agree with that. It's hard because you're basically almost just got run over the road. You want to flip off the guy. I get it. But I also agree with that it's just most likely this guy is a little, you know, unhinged in the first place, angry. It's probably best to just let go. So I agree with that. You know, it's a good point. Just let it go. Let it go.
And it seems silly to put blame on one side or the other, which we will. Cyclist. The truth is that there are asshole drivers and there are asshole cyclists out there, and both groups need to be more active in effort to try to share the road with each other. I think, personally, you need a new hobby, okay? A 4-ton vehicle is gonna beat a 120-pound man on a bicycle. Don't ruin the rest of your life over a second of anger that pushes you to do something that you're probably gonna regret for the rest of your life. And also, run over every cyclist you see on the road. All I gotta say is that's my video for today. If you get on a bike, be careful.
If you look at the comments, a lot of people are talking about sharing the road. It's not what people want to do. I don't want to share the road. I want bike lanes. I want physical separated lanes from the road. It's actually pretty refreshing how fairly balanced it is, at least at the top. The ones that have a lot of likes. There's a good one. America is not built for bicycles, unlike the Netherlands. We have bicycle highways over here. Different places have different infrastructure and don't have the problems as much as we do. I mean, they probably still have them wherever there's bottlenecks, but it's on a whole different level. And unless you've traveled there, you just don't know. So this can all be so much better. Of course, there's the idiot car person commenting once in a while. The cities are built like shit. Not everybody wants to drive a car and get a fat and look like you. It's all for the clicks. No, I agree with a lot of the points. You know, the people that are gonna unfortunately suffer from this are the ones that are gonna get hit by morons that listen to us, and the ones that hit them are gonna go to jail and they're gonna go to prison and they're gonna ruin their lives. I know he's doing this for the views and the clicks, so moving on.